It was never because of the drug crack. God is great. He was also, Joey has been caught using a GPS. He was using God's personal scriptures to find a way to explain this. Yes.
Apparently, I wish Fat Joe also came with an acronym to explain his nickname Joey Crack instead of his explanation.
His explanation is crazy, man. He was sitting there and he basically said this. Joey Crack. They call me Joey Crack cause the crack of my ass show whenever I stand up. Girls in my hood gave me the name. It was never because of the drug crack. God is great. He was also, Joey has been caught using a GPS. He was using God's personal scriptures to find a way to explain this. And he gave him. That's why he said God is great. Come on,
Yeah.
Joe. Come on, Joe. So when Joe is saying they were smoking crack, should we say pause after that?
Well,
Should we say if someone says I'm smoking crack, is that a pause worthy thing based on what Joe said here?
well, if depending if they're referring to the acronym or depending if they're referring to the acronym or not. What I will say is that
What Rico will do to people. What Rico will do to people. That should be the name of this show. What Rico will do to people. Everyone is crawling back like crabs in a bucket. I don't that's not correct, but okay.
yeah, no, but it's when I well, the interesting thing is that he went on IG or Instagram shortly after, like, or a couple of days after, and he talked about that comment, and he said that the reason why he's saying this is to explain to people that what they're rapping about isn't real, because some people might think that it's real, and I think there's a hidden message there.
Mm.
But at this point, everyone is like, call me corny. Don't call me inmate number 2658.
Well, it's not Joey Fat Joe anymore from the Terror Squad. It's Fat Joe from the Never to Jail Again Back Gang. I know he's been locked up for tax purposes before.
Yeah.
He
No.
avoided tax and then got locked up a couple of years. Got a tax evasion, by the way, not and he got locked up a couple years. So he's like, I'm not going back for a RICO case.
No. I understand that.
I mean, he said he lied in 95% of his songs. This is where we are now, right? And he's calling himself, I'm not saying, well, to be honest, we all knew rappers lie, but this is the first time they are admitting it.
Yeah.
They are admitting it to avoid jail sentences.
Yeah. And I
Can
think
you?
it's good as well. I think it's good as well because, again, some the corny. There's a whole corny comment that
Anti-corny.
people are what?
Anti-corny, you mean?
No, no, they call people corny and
Mm,
square. But the funny thing is that if you look at the trend, a lot of people who are quote unquote
cool.
cool, when they get older, they turn corny. They start wearing the suits and they start going for the corporate look, or try to change their language and things like that, because it's still that they want to. That's the way. If I mean, when you're young, it's different, but there comes a point that you need to go there, even though you can completely switch, because we all saw Ti wearing a suit. Ti wore a suit on Monday to, to open his a great project about affordable housing, and on Wednesday, and of course this is just uh, as a way of, as a matter of speech, on Wednesday he was at he was at a party who used whose organizers used his face on the poster and said, "I want everything. This is
I want
my city.
everything.
Don't get
Yeah.
things twisted. This is my city." So it goes to show you that, and I do think that you need to be able to switch it up as well. He didn't pull a great under Neverland, but he he did stand on business, and yeah, you do see that trend, right? That's what I.
One thing, one usually. So the thing is with hip hop, right? They always say guys that are not street or corny. It seems like so everyone is claiming suddenly corny is now the new big thing, like you said. Everyone wants to be corny now. No one wants to get locked up. No one wants to share crack with each
Yeah,
other in the penitentiary.
yeah.
you, you, hey man,
My
hey,
colleague, my mentor in
yeah.
the legal world, in the law firm world, he always, and I heard him tell the suspects as well. If you're a man outside when you were doing the deed, or you need to be a man now. Now is not the time to wear a skirt. So, and yeah, I think in the past we saw Cameron talking about how he shut his mouth and, did the time. I think that there are people that do that, but nowadays I think
So,
talking is the new thing. And I'm not saying that you should or shouldn't talk. I'm not saying that you need to be loyal to because snitching is when you're doing it, so you're an accomplice and you go talk. It's not like you're a witness,
yeah.
right? And so,
That's how people get things misconstrued, right? They
yeah,
they say I saw it, and now you're snitching. No, you're not snitching. You're a humble citizen,
yeah,
a thug, truly
yeah,
humble on the gut,
yeah,
a citizen who just saw what happened
yeah,
and is reporting it to police.
yeah,
Be corny.
yeah, and yeah, and sometimes when you call people corny and squares, I mean, it tells me if no, if calling people corny and square to you is an insult, or when is that a way of making fun of people, that tells me what type of person you are, which isn't good or bad. Just tell me what type of person you are.